Okay, so now streaming on YouTube works. Let's see what's going on. So it seems that the streaming on YouTube now works, but on Twitch it doesn't. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know, it's just a bad day maybe. Okay, and now we are live with both Twitch and YouTube. Finally. Okay, so we are now live with both Twitch and YouTube, which is great. That's really awesome. Let me just do something else as well. I'm going to use the light from this monitor because it's pretty cloudy outside, because it's like rainy. It is super rainy for some days, and I will use this to make some light. And we don't need this. We don't need this right now, and activity we don't need. I think we don't need this either, because I must see the chat. Okay, so now that we are back with everything and everything works super smooth, I think. Yeah. And we have the same error with the YouTube. Honestly, I'm just tired of those errors, because I just want to do my stuff, and it's just like super weird. I can't believe this is happening. This is the first time that this is happening since I started doing live streams, Monday live streams on both Twitch and YouTube. It's like I keep having those errors, but even so, the streaming looks fine. I mean, So I think I'm just going to keep it just this way. And if something happens, because I continuously keep having this error with my YouTube channel, with this live stream, if this error continues and in the end when I'm going to like stop streaming, and if the video will not be saved, the streaming will not be saved on my YouTube channel, I'm going to like download the version from my Twitch account and then upload it on YouTube. And then I will check with this error later. But for now, I don't really care that much about YouTube, because Twitch is the primary thing that I'm focusing on. Move the microphone a little bit to this direction. Yeah. So let's move on with our stuff, what we have to talk about. So today I want to talk about, before having people come in the chat room and actually give free light language codes, because neither the last time and neither the first time that I started doing those live streams, I hadn't like had lots of people asking for free light language codes. But anyhow, this will stay and as a video, and so I'm saying this also for the people watching this maybe in the future. Each Monday I'm doing a live stream in which I give free light language codes. Those free light language codes will be only on the paper and not spoken with my voice, because the type of light language that I'm doing are mostly codes on the paper. I'm going maybe in the future to make a video with some of my old light language codes that I have, and make a video with lots of pictures of the codes that I have until now, and maybe I will upload that on YouTube. Also, sorry for my voice and sorry for coughing here and then. I had a cold this week, and I'm still trying to recover from it. So, each Monday I'm doing a live stream in which I'm offering free light language codes. Those light language codes are only drawn on the paper and not spoken. I know that many people are like using light language codes and they are used to like speak it, like with their voice and all of that kind of stuff. But I do things differently, and everyone is different, and so for me, light language codes, they manifest in this realm only in in an artistic form, like drawing them and writing them. And so with those being said, I'm only going to offer a free light language codes drawn on the paper and not spoken. How are they going to actually work? They're not for a specific matter. When like people want free light language codes and they come in my live streaming each Monday, basically they will share a number, or they will share something about them, or I don't know, a favorite color or something connected with them. I'm not asking for any like names or anything like that, because we have like a confidential thing, and also there are many laws about that, and so because of that I'm not going to ask about any of people's name, because I know that some might feel like a little bit awkward maybe sharing their names on the internet with other strangers. And so because of that, I'm going to give free light language codes um, for people, and I'm going to relate to them, and I'm going to use my energy and the energy I'm connected with and my higher self and other light beings and on the soul knowledge and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to use all of that kind of stuff to actually connect with something that is really close to that person. What I mean by that, I mean if that person likes a color, for example, pink, and then that person says like pink and a number, for example, pink 34. And based on that number and based on that color, for an example, I will give a light language code that I feel like to channel. Because light language, for me, it's like a form of channeling. Because I'm not only channeling like the specific light language code, but I also channel maybe a specific message for it. Because this language and this type of language, it communicates beyond any physical communication, beyond any physical language barriers, and it talks directly and straight towards the soul itself. And it is not something for me, the light language codes that I'm going to offer, they're not something that they are to be offered with a specific purpose. I believe that light language itself knows where to go. It is like a language that knows where to be placed by itself. It doesn't need a direction, it doesn't need a guided direction. I believe that light language talks directly to the soul, and it will offer to those that are in need the things that they need in their physical life, or maybe energetical, or maybe directly to their soul, but not with a specific purpose. Of course, light language codes, they can be intended with a specific purpose too, but those light language codes that I'm going to give for free in each Monday live stream, they're going to not be specific, but actually they're going to be general, and they're going to be addressed with the intention of what that person's souls need the most. With those being said, we will wait for people to come in the chat room and ask for, because people need to ask for, it is very important that people need to know that they need to ask for a code. They need to ask for a code, and they need to share a number or a color, or a number and any kind of number like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and etc. infinite numbers, or any number combination, and something else, something they feel connected with. Maybe they feel connected with the river, maybe they feel connected with a lake, maybe they feel connected with a place like the mountain, or maybe they feel connected with a specific place like the moon, or maybe they feel connected again with a planet, or maybe they feel connected to a part of the universe, or maybe they feel connected with I don't know, with the type of animal like lion, or I don't know. And based on those informations, I'm going to give free light language codes for people. After that, those codes, I'm going to write the username of that person that asked for the light language code, and I'm going to write next to the code the username of that person. And after that, that code is going to be uploaded on my X profile page, together with the username of the person that asked for the light language code. so that person can download the image and use it forward. Those codes that are going to be uploaded later after the streaming will end, those codes that are going to be uploaded on my X profile that can be downloaded, they will be available for around like 48 hours, and after that they will be deleted. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that for privacy, like reasons, like confidentiality. Sorry, um, I'm doing that because I don't want for them to be like forever in there. I want people to enjoy them because they are unique and they are for each soul that asked for that type of light language code. And I'm going to give those specific codes with a general intent, like I said, and they're going to be available, like I said, around 48 hours for the people that ask for those codes to download them. And after that they're going to be deleted. So no ill intent, but they're going to be deleted, like I said, because they are soul connected. And I think there is no reason for other people to see something that is intended only for a certain soul. So that's why they're going to be available for each person only around 48 hours download before I'm going to delete them on my X profile. With those being said, I'm going to wait a little bit more for people to come in the chat room and ask for a free light language code, like I said. Because like I said, the last live streams that I had, there weren't like many people watching, and so there weren't like people to actually, for me to actually offer to them those free light language codes. Yeah, so this is how this is going to work. So I know this is just an only like live stream right now, but this is going to be saved as a video and uploaded on my YouTube channel, and maybe it will stay also on Twitch. And basically what I'm saying is that I'm doing this each Monday. Sorry, just like I said, the cold. So I'm doing this each Monday, and because I'm doing this each Monday I'm going to give a free light language code. Sorry, I tried to like close the microphone, but yeah, I'm coughing because I had a cold. So and yeah, so because of that, and if you stumbled upon this video that is a replay of this live stream, you will know that each Monday I'm going to give free light language codes to people, and the process is very easily. The process is very easily. You see me, I'm online. I am doing a live stream on Twitch, the Monday live stream on Twitch and on YouTube as well. You comment in the chat, I want a free light language code. Don't write your name, don't give any like personal information or anything like that. You don't need to give that. All I need to offer a free light language code is a number that you feel attracted to and something that is connected with you, something personal to you, like an object, like a place, like a color, like a type of animal, like a type of tree, like a type of flower, like anything that it feels like it resonates with you and you feel connected with. And like I said, I'm going to wait a little bit more for people to come in the chat room and ask for a free light language code. And like I said, even though some are not here and they would like a free light language code and they stumble upon this video that is going to be a video, they must know that this is happening each Monday. Each Monday I'm doing a live stream in which I'm offering free light language codes. They're not like with a direct straight intent, but they are more general. They will speak directly to your soul. And they are going to be available for around 48 hours to download from my X profile. With those being said, let me check my notebook. Also, very important thing that I want to share is that if you are not sure when this live stream is happening, be sure you check the schedule from my Twitch profile. So go to my Twitch profile and check the schedule, check my schedule, and you'll see when I'm doing the live stream. Because even though I might be late with around 5 to 10 minutes, I promise that each Monday is going to be a live stream, no matter what. And so, yeah. So if you are not sure and you want to know more exactly when the live stream is happening, go and check the schedule from my Twitch profile. And then you are going to find out more exactly when I'm being online live Monday for the live stream when I'm offering free light language codes. In those live streams Monday, it is not only about free light language codes, but also about maybe talking about certain things, certain subjects, or maybe stuff that people that come in the chat room and they talk about. We can talk about a bunch of stuff, spirituality, and not only that. But yeah, and also each Monday, in each Monday live stream, I'm going to make a reading, an oracle reading about the collective energy and what is going to happen in this following week. And for an example, last week that we had some surprises. For an example, we had something like something that will happen like planetary about peace or peace talks. And then I know for a certain fact that some of those talks happened, and it involved like the war between the Russia and Ukraine or something like that. And that's just an example. So what I'm going to do, I am going to read the collective energy for the following week. Any update, anything that is going beyond the stuff that we cannot see or don't know about, I'm going to read using oracle cards, and yeah, and also using my intuition and all of that kind of stuff. So let's talk about, I don't know what. For today's talk, like I said, I'm going to give 3 light language codes, but beyond that, we can also talk about stuff. And right now, I am going to input some tags on this live stream on YouTube. I don't know, sometimes, so I honestly want to talk about this YouTube whole thing because I'm not sure. I am not sure. Like, I'm not sure what should I do, if I should actually like stop uploading on this YouTube channel, or actually like create a new YouTube channel. I'm really not sure because the algorithm of my YouTube channel is going like nuts. Like my videos and my shorts and the videos that I'm uploading, they are supposed to be intended like for a certain type of audience. And when I'm looking in the YouTube studio, they're like being they are being like thrown to the people that have actually nothing to do, and like I'm using tags and I'm trying to actually make this like work, and I'm trying to actually use like tools for my videos to be shown to people that are into like what I'm doing and all of that kind of stuff. But it's just like they are being shown to people that have nothing to do with the subjects that I'm talking about, or like I don't know what is happening with the YouTube algorithm, and it's a little bit tiring me, like it's a little bit making me sad, because I want some of my videos to be seen by certain types of people that actually need to hear certain things that I'm talking about, certain messages and all of that kind of stuff. But it's like, and I get many dislikes mostly because maybe, I mean, maybe, for sure, my content is not the best of the best, and for sure, my content is not like exceptional, because I have certain like background and the things that I'm using in the camera and all of that kind of stuff, and I know they're not like the best top notch like stuff, but even so, it's really making me sad to know that I don't know what is happening with the YouTube algorithm, because I'm uploading certain like short videos, and I know that short videos, like, they are used to create a bigger audience, to reach like broader audience, and to bring you in more subscribers. Even so, there is a really big fight like between all of this, and it became like really competitive with this whole YouTube thing. And I want to make, like, this is a big update, this is a big update. This is a big update because I I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I should actually keep my YouTube channel the way it is and just keep uploading and keep going. But it's like, I'm really tired, I'm really tired because I want to see some growth. I want to see something there. But it's like, no matter how much I try and no matter how much I try and make this like work, it keeps like pushing me back, and it's a little bit like can play something on your mind, when like you are trying to reach certain people and all of that kind of stuff, and you can't because the algorithm is like, maybe it's not stupid, but you keep trying for some years by now, and you keep investing certain money because certain things cost, like to edit the video and to not only that, and the things that the devices that you use to create the content, like everything costs money, and you keep investing like your time, energy and money in devices and new technology, new stuff, and you keep pushing. And maybe some will say, okay, but maybe your content is shitty. Maybe your content is shitty and that's why you don't grow. Maybe my content is shitty. I don't know. Some may see it that way, but some might not see it that way. How I'm seeing things is that the YouTube is a really competitive place right now. Everybody wants to be a streamer, everybody wants to create YouTube videos and all of that kind of stuff. For me personally, all of this journey started some years ago, and I think it started around 2020 or something like that. And I think it started around that year, and I really liked like doing all of this kind of stuff, and I really like talking and sharing my ideas, experiences, and meeting new people and all of that kind of stuff. And it's really sad because it's really sad because since I was little, I was trying to always find my place. And there were always those types of people like sharing and throwing actually negativity at me and telling me, you can't do that, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you don't know what you are talking about, you can't make that because you are not doing it like right or something that, you know. But even so, I keep going because there was something inside me that it told me like I needed to keep going because I had my hopes and I had my hope that things will be better, things will become better. That, you know, but the more like I keep going through this, the more that I keep like traveling through this, all of this kind of stuff, and I keep going, it's a little bit tricky because in the same time I want to do those stuff, I like it, and but sometimes it feels like I want to give up, like I want to give up and actually find something else to do or make money from something else. But this didn't start actually, and everything that I'm doing also with the books that I've created and all of that kind of stuff, and also with the streaming, because I started streaming like recently, because before I didn't use to like stream. I used to like make YouTube videos and upload them, you know, on platforms, on different platforms. Um, but in a way, sometimes I feel like giving up because I keep pushing, like I said. And also there is the negativity of the people and all of that kind of stuff. Um, and it can be a little bit hard sometimes. But again, there is the hope that things will be better, that in time those channels, they will grow and all of that kind of stuff. I know it isn't like enough to upload once a week, and I know it isn't enough to be like there one time per week or anything like that. The more the YouTube is competitive, the more like it will need more content, and like people like to create very often and upload very often. um it's a little bit hard for me to keep talking because, like I said, I had that cold, and so I can talk, like keep talking and talking and talking. But anyhow, and I'm not sure if the YouTube algorithm will like recover it by its own. Like, I don't know if the YouTube algorithm like it will get better on my YouTube channel, even though I'm using all the tools that I can and to make things right. um there are many like there are many thoughts that are going through my mind right now, honestly, to tell you, and because there is not only like the devices that I'm using, and many people, they have like different situations in their life, many people are going through different things, and certain things like happen differently for everyone, and people are going through different things in their lives, and it is really awful, those that are judging without actually knowing what is happening in the background. There will be those that are going to say, oh, poor that person, like it hurted itself, and um but before that they will be like really judgy and really hateful, and they will like be like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're like, this and that, and what you are doing is shitty, and and there will be those that are going to say like all kinds of awful stuff, and then they're going to be saying something like, oh no, that person, like, it's gone now, and you know and people should appreciate others more often, and people should really like think twice before they talk. People should try and actually think before they talk, because the words, and not only the words but also the actions and our frustration towards them, it can hurt, and they can be like arrows, and it's really like awful to actually hurt others just because you're feeling frustrated. But this is just like a planetary, like perpetual cycle that is happening, that people are just doing it again and again and again. They've been they've been bullied, and they're bullying further others as well, because they were hurt and they want to hurt as well. And it's really awful what is happening in this world, and that people don't actually realize how big of an impact their words have over others, how big of an impact their actions have over others. Even as small as if they think that it doesn't matter, or just calling somebody ugly, or I don't know. There are lots of extremes in this world right now. There are those people that they've been shamed in many ways. And there are all of those subliminal messages that are happening, and they're hitting others at a very a very low level, and they're not aware that those messages and those words, maybe the subconscious mind was like aware enough to actually receive them. And there will be something like, no, it's alright, what you said, it didn't affect me, or something like that. But maybe inside them they're like suffer, and I regret so much. Now that I think about it, I regret so much, so many things that maybe I said when I was angry sometimes. And honestly, as a person, I wasn't always like so peaceful, and I wasn't always so, I don't know, think before you talk. I wasn't always like this. There was a period of my life in which I was not aggressive and not like a bully towards others. I wasn't like that. I was never like that, really aggressive or something like that. But there was a period of my life in which I didn't had like, maybe it was because I was a teen, I don't know. Maybe. but I was having this rage inside me, this rage. I had this like aggression inside me, not to hurt somebody, but because I felt like the true justice was missing from many places. And it was like I had this rage inside me to that I wanted to. I was thinking like, why people, those people that are hurting others, why those people that are hurting others, they did not receive the true justice, like to be hurted in the same way that they hurted others. And I know that this is just like a silly thing to think about, because maybe we are not aware of it, but every one of us and every one of them, they receive actually true justice in certain ways, more or less. And I believe that we choose certain things to go through, to learn, or maybe because we had some unresolved business. Maybe from an outside perspective, limited perspective, I don't know, but this is like, this is really like a paradoxical thing, because from a bigger perspective, those things could happen because they have a meaning beyond them, those experiences and those things that people are doing towards each other. But maybe from another perspective, they don't have an actually meaning, and things just happen, be them good or tagged as bad. Anyhow, because I started talking about my YouTube channel and all of those kinds of stuff, I just honestly want to say that I think I'm going to create a new YouTube channel. I'm not sure yet, but I will announce everything that I'm going to do. So, if I'm going to create a new YouTube channel, I'm going to tell everyone that is following me either on X or on Twitch or on YouTube or stuff like that. And I'm going to announce if I'm going to make a new YouTube channel. But I think that I'm actually going to do a YouTube channel because I feel like the algorithm for my YouTube channel is going like crazy. No matter the tags and the tools that I used for my YouTube channel, like I used like top body, I used like all kinds of things to find the best tags. But it is not only because the YouTube is such a competitive place, but it is also that something happened that just actually pushed my YouTube channel like really down, like down at the bottom. And I'm confused because I don't know why. I don't know why, because I've been consistent with certain types of videos and certain topics and a certain niche, mostly spirituality YouTube videos. Or maybe it's because I've uploaded in the past some short type of videos with cats. But I'm not so sure about that. It might be and it might not be. I don't know. Or it might actually be because the YouTube channel that I'm uploading content, the YouTube channel that I'm actually uploading content on, I also used to watch others' YouTube videos. And I think that to have like a clear algorithm thing for the YouTube channel, I think that you have to use on YouTube channel that you don't watch any videos at all. And I think that I'm going to do that and test it out and see if that will work and if I will reach a broader audience. I used to think that this is mostly because I'm not living in the US, but it doesn't have anything to do with that, because if you hit the right algorithm and if you hit the right audience, your video will be your video will be shown to other people more and more, so it has nothing to do with where you are from or from what country you are uploading videos. With those being said, I've talked for almost 1 hour, and I think I'm going to start doing the collective reading for this week, the collective energy reading for this week. I really hope that those things will grow in the future, and I really hope that my Twitch and my YouTube account and all of that kind of stuff, they will grow in time, because it is making me really tired, and it is not only because it's an issue also because all of this, they cost money, and there is lots of time that you invest into all of this kind of stuff. But I started investing time because I have a passion for this. I have a passion for helping others and talking with others about those things and sharing my ideas and guiding others and using my wisdom and all that kind of stuff. I tried, no matter what, to do the work that I had to do with what I had. I also used to work with clients before, and people were really, really satisfied with the work that I provided, with the remote viewing and all of that kind of stuff. What I did, and the biggest awful decision that I took with all of this, was that I quitted sometimes. And sometimes I would back off from those things and stop doing them because I was disappointed and there were lots of negativity around me and many people implementing all kinds of negative ideas in my mind, and also the negativity of my family and all of that kind of stuff. And there were lots of negativity and many things, and also all the things that I've been through, and it was like a constant fight inside my mind, inside myself, inside my soul. And because of that, I would sometimes quit. But this is a promise that I did to myself, and not only to myself but also to my husband, that I'm going to keep going, that I'm going to keep push through this because no matter what the others are saying, and just also what I said in one of my posts on X, I said something like, no matter how many dislikes I will get on my videos on YouTube, and no matter the hate, trolls, and bullies, I will keep going. I will keep sharing always my words, my experiences, my thoughts of peace, of love. All of this can't bring me down. I have so much love to share. And this is true. And also, this awesome gif. I don't know if it can be seen. So it's a heart opening which says F you trolls. Yeah. And yeah, so that's that about that. That's that about that. I'm not going to stop just because there are some awful people out there that they have nothing better to do with their lives rather than just throwing like hate all over the place and misery. I am tired of that, and I just want to have fun, you know. I need to have fun with all of this. And for me this is fun. For me this is not like working, like actual work, because I like what I'm doing, and for me this is not work. This is just fun. I didn't start all of this for the money. Like when I started this because I liked what I'm doing, and I liked working with people, and I liked, you know, sharing my experiences and the wisdom and everything that I've been through and everything that I'm feeling, and I'm just pouring all of this energy into this stuff, you know. And I love doing this. I love doing this, and I'm not going to stop just because there are some haters here and there. I had to close this white panel even though it was more light, because it's just blinding me. This is just blinding me. Yeah. Hello. um yeah, so I think I'm going to move on oracle reading cards, because we don't have many people around here, and neither on YouTube live. I'm very good, thank you. And you? Yeah. And I think I also So I think I'm going to move to the oracle reading for the collective, uh, for the collective energy. I really hope in the future when I'm going to be like more active on the live streams, and especially with this Monday live stream with the light language codes, that there will be people actually asking for free light language codes. I'm going to delete this because wait, what did I actually did? Lols. So this one is this one, and I want to do some changes on this layer for the chat on Twitch. I don't know. Oh my god. I was like clicking twice. And that's disappearing. Oh my god. Yeah. And then I'm going to actually get to the oracle reading cards. Let's see if this is a little bit better. My Monday is started with some technical issues. It's alright overall, but still recovering after a cold I had this week. How's your Monday? Chemical soup. I'm trying to make this actually look a little bit better. Just a moment. Let's see if this is a little bit better. I'm not sure what is going on. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so how did I get interested in spirituality? My spiritual awakening happened around, I think, 16 years or something like that, 17 years. But I've always been like interested into those kinds of fields like spirituality, paranormal, and all of those kinds of stuff since I was little. I used to love like horror movies and movies with ghosts and all kinds of stuff like that. And I got into this more and more into spirituality when I lost all of my friends after a major depression that I had, because I've been through lots of things, like certain things in my life that actually made me had like that big depression and many other things. And so I got into spirituality, because I was feeling like lonely and all of that kind of stuff. Oh my god. I think I'm going to have to remake all of this overlays and stuff. It's just so annoying. let's see, I will use on white background. Should I not use a white background? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm back. I think I'm going to let this be the way it is. No, I'm not going to modify it anymore. So, how did you get interest in spirituality? Answer to that. What happened when you said you had a spiritual awakening? I think I know why the text won't show. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god. Let's see, this should be better. Or maybe this should be better, I think. I'm not sure. So, what happened when you said you had a spiritual awakening? What do you mean by that? What happened? I tend to follow some, but not really. Mostly because I believe that all of those kinds of stuff, they're able to like modify your natural way of, like, I believe that everyone is able to actually connect with stuff and see and feel and know and all of that kind of stuff. And when you are actually following others, like in a way to believe in what they believe, or like religions, and I believe that those things, they modify all of the belief system, and not only that, affecting your ability as a person to actually create your own unique views over the world, and unique unique ways and unique things on how those things actually work. And for an example, some of the things that I don't know who to take for an example, like there are many gurus like on the YouTube and on the internet. Most of them are just frauds, to be honest, and most of them are just only for the looks of it and not actually into it. Those people that actually are like they are true to themselves, but in the same time keeping a balance between others' views and their perspectives. And even though people, they have like different views and different beliefs, and there is something to be learned from others as well. And even though there are many there are many that have different views, different beliefs, and all of that kind of stuff. That doesn't mean like we have to diminish each other, but there is always growth between, and things to be learned and things to be discovered, and there is lots of propaganda, I think it's called, with many things that have actually nothing to do with actual spirituality, because in the end all of this it's supposed to be about love, about peace, about helping each other grow. Yeah. So when I had my spiritual awakening, uh, some things happened like out of ordinary things. I started having certain experiences that I didn't thought like I didn't knew that they were actually real. Many people are talking about spirituality and about those experiences, but maybe they didn't even had a certain experience like that. And for me, when I detached from those toxic people that were in my life and had my spiritual awakening, and I had to like be alone for lots of time, and then I had to spend time with myself, and spending time with myself, I learned things about myself, about the soul, about I started to see things that are just beyond. So you said you had depression and then you got interested in spirituality. So how do you think spirituality can help coming out of depression? You know, that depends on many factors and depends on how one actually sees spirituality. There are those that see spirituality as a form of religion and as a form of repeating the same pattern of praying and doing all sorts of things. For me, spirituality is a form of mixed shamanism. There are many things from different beliefs systems and from many religions, but most of them I apply them to my life, and I tend to keep those that I had experiences with and seen that they worked and that they were actually real. There are many like myths out there and many ideas that certain people believe them to be real. I'm not dismissing that idea that they might not be real. They might be real, but they might be real in their reality. But in others' reality, things may stay different. I believe that all of us, we are connected, and each of us, we have our own reality, but those reality, they are intertwined. In the same time, I believe in also science, but not this type of science that is being shown to the world, because it's a very limited type of science, and I believe that people in the future, they will like advance so far away that they will detach from this type of science, not actually detach, but also use those notions as well, and also really developed notions. And they will realize that there were things that they were thinking that it made sense in science, but it actually was limiting them, And they believe that those things will be part of the future, uh, of the future development in science, and that they will actually prove, not actually prove, but actually tell the world that all of this and all of those practices that are happening in our present moment, that they were and they are actually real, like astral projections, out of body experiences. And I believe that all of those things, they are real for me in my reality, like I said. And I believe that they are a form of a really advanced science that people yet have to understand. Um, and so I believe that those are intertwined mechanisms of sorry, English is not my first language, so, and I believe that all of those are intertwined mechanisms, and they work in certain ways, affecting both our biological, physical bodies, and also the external environment. So I don't think that those are limited to a form of could be. It is certain that something is happening, and it is certain that something is that could be beyond us. Um, Moving back to your question, because I tend to go too far sometimes. I got interested in spirituality, like I said, because I had that depression, because I was feeling lonely. I was lonely most of the time, and I needed something to make me believe there is something more, that there is something more than what is presented, than what we are, that we see us to be. I needed to believe that there could be something better, that there could be something good in this world, and not just hate and evil, that type of evil that actually it gives like pleasure to certain people to hurt others. I needed to believe that there could be something out there to hope for after we are not anymore into this type of vehicle. I believe that not this type of spirituality, but in generally speaking, opening ourselves as humanity, opening ourselves more and more to this idea that we are more than what is presented, that we are more than our physical bodies. I believe that opening ourselves to this idea, it could help coming out of depression, because it could be like nudge to be more hopeful, and to hope that, like he said, there is a reason beyond all of this, because since I was little, and I always thought that there needs to be something, there needs to be a reason, there needs to be something to explain this behavior, there needs to be something for all of those phenomena that certain people, they're trying to dismiss this. You know, I don't know if Bob Marley said this or who said this, but like, you can't, or something like this, you know, like, you can't close all of those people. Like, maybe you can fool one person, but you can't fool all of them. And I believe that not everyone can be fooled into this, what some might call a matrix. I don't see it as an exact matrix itself, but could be. I believe that anything is possible, and people need to open themselves. Is there any difference between believing and knowing? Believing could give us hope. Believing could be something that we already know. But knowing could not be exactly something that we might believe. So, for an example, we might know something, but if we already know it, we might not actually believe it anymore, because it is not something that could be, it is something that already is. So, I don't know. I think I see it that way. But even so, both could be available, could be something, both believing and knowing at the same time. Like, that depends on how one's perceive things and believes things to be, and all of that kind of stuff. So if you mean knowing in that way, so you said you believe this and that, but I want to know, what is that you know? Does knowing apply at the same time with having experiences? Because one could know, one could believe, and one could have experienced that. I don't know. A part of me believes, a part of me had experience with, and a part of me know that because had experienced that. And another part just believes, but didn't experience that. So, we are multispectral beings, so I don't know if there is actually someone that could have just one thing or another. I believe that people in generally, they split themselves into many things. So that depends on many factors. Because, like I said, some might believe, some may know, and some might have experienced that. So it depends. It depends on many things. Personally, I am in between all of them, but depends of things. I had certain experiences that I know about and I believe in, and so see, those could be at the same time, but that again, it depends for each individual, because there might be those that, like I said, see those things differently or feel them at the same time. They combine them at the same time, or just yeah. And we are going to move, because it's already a little bit late, we are going to move on reading the collective energy oracle card reading for this following week, and we're going to move that, and I'm going to use the monology oracle. Okay. And about those questions, I believe that spirituality in general and having something to believe in could help many that are into depression, because they give them hope in a way. Many that, I don't know, I don't intend to judge, because I don't know, like I said, every person is having like different experiences, they've been through different stuff. Some might see things in other ways, their belief system, their background, there are many things that lies beneath it. But as an overall idea, giving people that hope that there is also something good in this world, that there is a reason for their existence on this planet, that there could be a reason beyond all of that, and that nothing is actually lost. They could like help them see that there is still hope, and there is still something in this life for them. And I think seeing that there is something in this life for them, that could help in aiding in depression. I don't know, I'm not a specialist, I'm not a therapist, and I'm not an experienced person into that. I am just a person that had my own experiences with all sorts of things, and I'm sharing them. And yeah, I believe debating is good. Debating different subjects is good, no matter the belief background, the belief system that some may have, because that is helping us as human beings create not only connections, but also create an environment in which the humanity overall can actually progress. Because if we stand behind and like hate on each other and like say, you know, you believe in that and I believe in this, and that just doesn't matter, because and there is all of that conflict and hate in between, and that will just stagnate the humanity and will not help evolve and try and understand the patterns on which the human behavior is happening and is built on. But the thing is that there are many things that are in between. There are layers and layers and layers and things that are happening at the same time, and the information is the key to all of this. And with those being said, like I said earlier, I'm going to move to the oracle cards and do an energy reading for this following week, for this actually week. Okay, so I'm back, and like I said, for today and for this week collective energy reading, I feel guided to use the monology. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but if I didn't, sorry. And we're going to use this oracle card, and we're going to use the angels from Diana Cooper, and I'm going to use something special, something that it can't be, I don't know if it can actually be by, but on YouTube, Crazy View Blog says, hello, how are you? Welcome to this live stream. You are just in time. Thank you very much, Chemical Soup. I like your username a lot. So, it's a really interesting name, username, I mean, sorry. Like I said, I have something special for today, something like this. This is an original oracle thing. It's called Butterfly and is from Doreen Virtu. It is original, and I have only one pack of this, and I have it for some, like, how many years now? 8 years, I think. Yeah, so I have this for 8 years, and this is going to be sold someday in the future. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, because this was my first oracle deck, and it's really beautiful because it is with a blue butterfly. Butterfly in generally means transformation, and I've always been in love with blue butterflies. They are just wonderful, and I'm going to start with them to see the energy, the collective energy for this week. I have a single requirement for those commenting and for those in the chat. Please don't spam. Crazy View blog, please do not spam. That's all I have to say. I don't like spamming, and spamming will be banned. Yeah, moving back to this oracle card reading. They are really beautiful, and they have all sorts of images with butterflies. I was so sad to find out that she stopped creating those, and it was not available anymore to buy one. They have this golden thing. They're really awesome. They're really beautiful, and there are all sorts of pictures with butterflies and all kinds of colors, and they're like really awesome. And I'm going to stop the microphone for a few seconds to actually shuffle this oracle deck. Okay, so we have realizations and epiphanies. Sorry, like I said, English is not my first language. Lols. Um, Hello, Klepsy. And we have, let's see, we have adult children, healthcare change, and living. Okay, this could be something. Let's check the monology as well for this following week for the collective energy. Okay, so we have conclusions are within reach. You and your loved ones are safe. Meditate and contemplate. And as an outcome for the Moonology cards, we have luck is on your side. I'm going to use also angels from Diana Cooper to actually see what message we have from angels. Something just happened. Something weird just happened. Oh my god, I have goosebumps. Oh my god. Oh my god, I have goosebumps. Something weird just happened. Oh my god. Why do I feel like this suddenly? Why do I feel like this suddenly? What is going on? Oh my god. Oh my god, not right now. Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I feel suddenly like crying. Don't cry. Why do I feel like this? What's going on? It's not like I I I don't like feeling like this. It's just really weird sometimes. Suddenly this card, because from we have like from this oracle card deck from angels from Diana Cooper, because I said that I wanted to use this as well. This card came out, self-worth, and for the collective energy reading, and then the joy card just popped out, you know, it just jumped on my lap. This card just jumped on my lap, and I was like suddenly feeling like this energy wave on my leg, on my right leg, and suddenly like crying. And I'm like, why do I feel like this? What is going on? What is the energy? This never happened before in a live stream. Like, don't cry. Oh my god, don't cry. This is a big wave of energy, and it is making me wonder what is going on. Something awesome is coming for the collective, for the collective energy. Something big, a wave of cleaning is coming, because I can see with the card living. The card living, this card with this black butterfly represents, for me, it represents like something, not that it actually is ending, but like a new beginning, something like a transition that the collective is going through. Something that people have wondered is coming to a conclusion, finally. uh finally, yes, having more joy helps. Finally, something awesome is coming. Conclusions are within reach. And even though the healthcare change, um what this card, what I feel actually like intuitive with this card, with healthcare change, I feel that people, like I said, people are going through this thing, through this passage, because spring is here, summer is here. People need to work on what they are feeding, but I don't feel like this is connected with actual like physical food, but this is connected with emotions, because I felt earlier like almost crying and felt those goosebumps on my leg, this wave of energy like coming and hitting me like a wave. It's connected with the emotions because it's coming with the card living with this black butterfly. It's a clearing of emotions, because that may make sense for me to almost start crying earlier, because this is what this is about. It's about purifying the emotions, letting go, feeling our energy, feeling our feelings. Even though our feelings are fragile, even though our feelings are really subtle, even though our feelings are really thin, we must go through this and we must purify this. And I feel this for the collective energy. And after this, after all of this, like clearing and, clearing and organizing, all of that, I feel there is lots of joy coming in. After we finish cleaning everything that was stagnant, joy is coming in. It's just like a river in which there are stones in, there are rocks in, and you remove those rocks from the river and the river can flow again. And when the river can flow again and there is that flowing energy, we have those rays of sun coming in, and we have joy, we have happiness, we have love. But we have two more cards with the butterfly. We have realizations and epiphanies. And with this card, it's about spirituality. With this card, it's about spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is hitting hard on many. The spiritual awakening will hit hard on many, realizing what is actually going on. Some may actually wonder, and some may actually say, this is chaos. Whatever is happening on the planet right now, this is chaos. It is out of order. Things should not be like that. Things should be like what was before, or something like that. No, trust me. This is a process that is happening, a realization, epiphanies. Okay? And those, they come in and just hit us hard. Realizations, visualizations, having those flashes of images before we sleep, seeing them. We are surrounded with those entities, with this love. We are more than this. It is time to come out from this shell. It is time to actually bring out everything that we can. Our um, the part of ourselves that shouts out, see me, hear me, feel me. And it is that time to release that. And people are working to take those rocks from that river. It may seem and may look like a chaos full of mess. And for some, it will always look like a chaos full of mess. But it is not. From a bigger perspective, from a bigger picture, all of this river is coming in. All of this water is just flowing. Those rays of sun of joy, they're happening. And they're happening for a reason. Even those stones and those rocks in the river, they were there put in the first place for a reason. And with realizations and epiphanies, people are just actually now realizing and they're being aware. They will turn their look from one side to the other side and they will realize something like, oh look, there are some rocks in that river that I must move so I can move more freely and I can express more freely and I can be myself more freely, you know. And people just, they will realize that suddenly, and this will hit just suddenly, like boom, you know. And they will just like, whoa, what just happened there, you know, that moment I had earlier in which I was like crying, almost crying, and those goosebumps and feeling like, I don't know, I feel so much joy. And just, it will be something like that. People will be something like, whoa, what just happened? And more people will awake and realize that. So something will appear that will create a change that will bring more happiness. Maybe not really, I'm not sure on that. It is not something per se, per general. It is a collective energy, but it might not be applied to everyone, but only on some. Some might actually get to experience that, you know. Some might actually get to experience that and have those realizations, those epiphanies. Because we are individuals that make part from something, all of us together. It just depends. We also have the card adult children. So we as adults, we are nudged to follow our inner self, our child self, So we are guided to follow our heart, our inner child, to talk with our inner child and ask it like, what do you want? What do you want that will actually make you happy? What can I do right now to make you happy? And our inner child will actually react back and say something like, yeah, I'm here, let's have fun, let's enjoy this, let's have some joy, you know. And in having this joy, we are helping our feelings, we are helping our fragile feelings to actually move those rocks and clear that energy, because we have living right here, and this helping us move that energy, redirect it in a flowing way. And this will help us connecting with our inner children, you know. So this is the guidance, adult children connecting with our inner children to bring that joy, to actually move that energy in a flowing direction. So yeah, and there will be those, like I said, realizations and epiphanies in which people will suddenly realize that, and that need to reconnect themselves with their inner child. So it will not happen like to everyone, but to some. Yes, let's have some joys. Some joy. Sorry, let's have some joys. Sorry. Um, we also have self-worth. The message from the angels is self-worth. Self-worth as a card itself. It says self-worth bestows a sense of confidence, expectation of success, and ability to love. When we know our self-worth, we have confidence in ourselves. We are more able to love, to see ourselves and to see others as well, to pour our love and our energy into others as well. It says here, decide on clear boundaries and limits and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. You will earn respect, and that's something that some may have to work on, that including me. I'm gonna repeat myself for Klepsy to hear this. Decide on clear boundaries and limits and firmly decline to let others step over them or manipulate you. When you value yourself, you become open and friendly, slow to take offense, and quick to forgive. Yes, that's true. Remind yourself that you are likable and lovable. Do not let others press your buttons. Stand tall and confident. With true self-worth, you radiate a golden aura which enfolds others and makes them feel good too. Yes, that's true. Ask an angel to step into your aura and guide you. And the affirmation is, I am confident and worthwhile. Klepsy, I'm not only talking about you, but also about me. If you know what I mean by that. And what is going to happen in a few days at the beginning of the June. You know what I'm talking about. I need to step in. It's like those in that anime, you know, that is like, it is like you will earn respect, you know, when you are like stand tall. It was that anime in that they were fighting and they were like they were more like worthy, not worth enough, but like they got more respect because they were standing like tall and and yeah, like it's an instinctive thing. I don't know. For this other oracle deck, we have luck is on your side. You and your loved ones are safe. Mediate and contemplate. Conclusions are within reach. I feel that this is another separate message. Intuitively, I feel this is another separate message that is coming in, other than what we were talking about earlier. I feel that people to actually manifest, they need a clear direction. There are some that just need a clear direction. To manifest that, they need to know that they truly want that, they truly need that, they truly will fight for that. Like, that is what they need, what they want, and to go straight towards that. We have new moon in Sagittarius. Like I said, luck is on your side. With this Sagittarius, because Klepsy is Sagittarius, he is a Sagittarius. Sorry. They are really sometimes straightforward to what they want, to what they need, and they will get it. They will do whatever. If they see like this mountain and they want to be on top of that mountain, and if they put their minds on it to it, they are really determined, you know, like they will do that just because they want it, they need it, and they will do that. And with this, luck is on your side. I feel that way. I feel like some are just now to focus on what they need, what they want, and to go after that, to follow that. And I feel like some are being guided for this, to have that fiery energy into them and to do that. But at the same time, at the opposite pole, we have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. There are some that are being guided to actually basically meditate, not mediate, sorry, meditate. And at the same time, we have those that are being guided to meditate and contemplate, to go inside themselves. And like I said, to see what they need to work on, to create more flow. There are those that are in, because now I'm talking about this thing. Pisces, they need to be in flow. They have this big water sign. So or those either those that have like a water sign that they are affecting them, and they need to like be in flow. And for them to actually be in flow, they actually need to go inside themselves and meditate and contemplate, because they need to see what is happening and what they have to work on and what is going on. So they need to take a step back and to actually contemplate, to think very well, and to stay in silence. And then we have two more cards. We have you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. And we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. And I'm going to talk about that right now. You and your loved ones are safe. About this card, I feel that there are some that need to know that no matter what and what is going on in your life right now, things will be better. Things will not stay the way they are right now. Things will get better and better. And if you don't believe that, it will pull you down. You need to know that you and your loved ones are safe. This is basically just it. I feel like this is just it. It is the way it is. The message. It is not something more or less, but something that is. And it says just that you and your loved ones are safe. And I feel that some people need to hear that. Some people need to know that they are safe and their families are safe as well. They do not need to worry, because the universe is taking care of everyone and is keeping everyone in the flow. Yeah, and then we have our last card right here. Conclusions are within reach. What is about this card? Let me tell you. With conclusions are within reach, we have a full moon, but not any kind of moon. We have a full moon eclipse. With the full moon eclipse, this is a big thing, because something big is coming for the collective overall. A new cycle is being completed. This thing is being completed, and when this thing reaches its completion, it will just stop. For some, it will keep going and will keep going, but there will be some that it will just stop. That cycle for them is completed, just like a moon, just like a full moon that is completed. It is what it is. It's just completed. What I mean by that is that something big will just stop, and for something new to actually start. Certain things will resolve themselves this week. Certain things that started happening some time ago will reach a new level, and then for them to decrease, and it will keep decreasing and decreasing until it will just stop. And I'm being hopeful that this is about the war, that the war will actually stop, and those things will just complete, and all the wars that are happening on the planet, they will just stop, and it will be peace again. I feel like there could be something a little bit more to this than just that. I feel like there is something that is slipping me about conclusions are within reach. But I also feel at the same time that it is what it is. Like, what it just exactly says right here. Conclusions are within reach. Certain things will just finish. Certain things will just have to end for others to actually start. We will come on a completion, like a circle that it will complete itself. And certain people will just realize, or they will finish their resources. I don't know. In a way, I hope this is about, like I said, the wars that are happening, and that they are going to end somehow, and that there will be peace again on the earth. But another part of me feels there is something else, there is something more to this. There is something invisible, something that is beyond it, just like a sun, just like a full moon eclipse, and the sun is beyond the moon, and we see the moon shining, we see the moon reflecting, but we cannot see the sun that is beyond it, because it is beyond the moon, hiding itself. And I feel like even though we see this thing like coming to a completion and somehow ending, at the same time I feel that something hides beneath it. Something hides beneath it in a way that we will see what happened someday, but not today, if that makes sense. Like, that thing will be released for us to see, that type of information for us to see in the future. Why and how and all of that kind of stuff, the answers to those questions. But for now, we will see it just the way it is. Sorry, the people will see it just the way it is being presented. They will take it just the way it is. They will not ask themselves questions, why and how and all of that kind of stuff. And even if they were to ask themselves those questions, they will not actually understand or have the enough answers to it, because, like I said, the sun is hiding behind the moon. in this full moon eclipse, and the sun is hiding behind the moon, and the moon is hiding behind the trees in this card, in this image. And the stars are hiding behind the sun, behind the moon, behind the trees. And so there is a wish, there are some wishes, there are some things out there that people wish for, that they will not happen. They are not seeing them to happen, and they will not see them to happen. Mostly because there are so many that are standing for it, that they do not want to hear about something else. They do not want to hear about something else. They want to hear only their ideas and stay tall and focused on what they have to do and say. And they don't feel anything, because just like this image, just like those trees, they are empty. They are empty. They have no leaves. They have no life in them. They are dry. They are almost broken. But they are broken not because they are the way it is, but because the season, because in this image the season is winter, and in winter the trees are not green anymore, certain trees. And we see this in this image right here, everything that I talked about. Let me show you the image. See, we have the stars hiding behind the sun, behind the moon, behind the trees. And those trees, they look so poor, they look so sad. But they're not like that because they want to be like that, but it's because it's the season, and it's normal to be like that. And that season will pass too, just like everything passes. And another season will come, it will be better, and they will change. And that's it for this reading, and that's it for today's Monday live stream. Thank you everyone for watching this in rewatching it. I thank you those that participated in the conversation, and I thank you everyone that have been active in the conversation and engaged. And I thank the Chemical Soup for asking those interesting questions. And I'll see everyone in my future Monday live stream. Like I said, about all of those kinds of stuff, and also about my YouTube channel. I think I am going to start a new YouTube channel. I'm not sure yet. I will stick for this one just a little bit more, maybe 1 month or so, and see how this will evolve. But otherwise I think I may start a new YouTube channel. Again, thank you everyone for participating in this live stream for today live stream for spirituality, free light language codes, oracle cards, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you everyone in my future Monday live stream, in which I hope there will be even more people that will come and talk in the chat, and I will finally be able to give free light language codes, because by now this is the third or the fourth live stream in which I haven't been able to give to anyone free light language codes because nobody actually asked. And that make me feel a little bit sad, but that doesn't matter, because there will be maybe someday some that will ask for some free light language codes. But remember that this is going to happen each Monday, so the time is not lost yet. I'm going to do live stream again next Monday. For now, I hope for everyone to have a nice week with everything that they want. Remember, joy, follow your inner child, be happy. Those things will help you to actually remove the blockages from the energy of flowing, to let it flowing. Have fun, and remember that not everything is set in stone, and things are moving, even though we are not aware of them. We're actually realizing what is happening behind the curtains. They're happening, things are happening, and things are moving in the right direction. I mean, right or wrong, they are just they are not like exactly, so depends on each perspective. So yeah, so that's it. Have a nice week, a nice weekend, and remember to have fun and enjoy life, enjoy things. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next Monday, in which I hope there will be more people asking for a free light language code. Goodbye.